This is the world's richest race. You ride for Godolphin. What's going through your mind? What was going through your mind when you crossed the finish line?
So I did it. So we did it. So it's the whole team. It's not only me. So it's Saeed and Brian, the assistant trainer. So the work riders, is everybody involved. You know, it's amazing. It's just a team effort. So had a bit of hard-looking story early on through the races, but he just saved the night.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Brilliant scenes here at Meydan as African Story provides Sylvester de Sousa with the biggest victory of his career, and in a track record time, 2 minutes 1.62 seconds, and that takes around a second off that by, in fact, 4 seconds of Victoire Pisa, who won it on 2:05.94. Monterosso the closest to this victory here, but just proving it tonight, the track is riding very, very quick. And this horse, Laura, unexposed over this distance, that could have been the key part in this victory, I think.
Of course, he was fifth in the race last year when Godolphin surprised everyone, really. We thought he would go back for the Godolphin Mile that, of course, he won before. I think he's the first horse to win the Godolphin Mile and then come on and win the Dubai World Cup. In fact, I'm sure he is. I'm so delighted with Sylvester. He's absolutely lovely, and this will mean a lot to him. Okay, he's leading jockey at the Carnival. He's had a good season, but this is the biggest win of his career by far. He joins Mikel Barcelona now, but now both Godolphin jockeys have won a World Cup, which is superb. And so he's the nicest guy you could meet, isn't he? And there's Tommy Burns, who's absolutely delighted. Does all of the travelling, of course, with the Godolphin horses. And this horse is going to be absolutely mobbed when he comes back in. Luckily, he seems to have a really good constitution. He seems very straightforward. We saw him just before the race, just standing there. Sylvester's just sort of sitting on him. He's got a loose rein. The horse is no trouble at all. And it's a superb victory, because we hadn't had a Godolphin winner up until now. They were unlucky perhaps earlier on with the incident with Cavalryman in the Gold Cup. And they're going into quite a cauldron, I'd say. Everybody is absolutely delighted to see a win in the big one for His Highness Sheikh Mohammed. And it just shows you need to run through the Carnival, don't you, really, I think, to win this. So there are a lot in there, whether they didn't handle it. Military attack.
A fine run from McAdam, a great ride by Paul Hannigan. Very similar to when he got beaten in the Prince of Wales by Al Kazim. He was out in front and just got headed on the line. He was beaten a bit further on this occasion, but it nearly paid off. It was a real bold, confident ride aboard McAdam for Paul Hannigan, and nearly came home in front. As I say, Catamount, a solid run from that horse in third. Sideglance was fourth, filling exactly the same position as 12 months ago. Akeem Lafitte was fifth, and Red Caddo again in the money. Not as good as last year, but he still gets some good prize money in sixth position.
It's great to see this. Godolphin already leading owners, of course, in this race. And this horse came through their French channels, warmly trained by Andre Fabre, bred by His Highness's Dali operation. So he's totally homegrown. And he's really proved to be a very effective horse here in Dubai, where he's returning now for a third season.
Quite right, there's Michael Dickinson on the right-hand side, the inventor of the Peter service, which, as we said, has come in for a lot of criticism over the last few days, and Michael quite rightly sort of keeping zipped and not commenting, understandably. But this is a bit of a sort of, well, to me, it's not that bad at all, is it? And there's Saib Bin Saul, the winning trainer, who last won this with Electrocutionist back in 2006.
Very different sort of horse, Electrocutionist, wasn't he? Came from Italy. This one's taken from France. He actually is getting a little wound up, I think, by all the noise. Said I didn't think he would, because he does seem to be a really laid-back sort of horse. Delighted for Saeed as well. He's been the mainstay, the linchpin of the Godolphin operation right since its inception in the early 1990s. He's a really nice man, isn't he? He'll never sort of run away from you if you want to speak to him. He's very helpful, and this will mean a lot to him to do this on home turf. And where will they go next with this horse, I wonder? They might consider a run at Royal Ascot, I would have thought, would be the first thing on their agenda. That's what they did, I think, with Monterosso.
It's interesting because when he ran in the Dubai World Cup last year, having won the Burj Nahar, he didn't run in England at all, did he? And I'm not sure whether he stayed in Dubai. I'm guessing he probably did. Don't quote me, of course, but he hasn't run. And, you said Meydan form is, they've obviously sort of just kept him for the Carnival. But now he's won this, will they decide to go and conquer the UK and win some major races? Of course, he has got winning form on the turf as well. Most horses that handle the Sir Peter do go well on the green stuff. Sheikh Hamdan bin Rashid Al Maktoum congratulating Sheikh Mohammed, and there's Charlie Appleby as well. Had a look with the runners from his yard, but of course Catamount faring best of his duo.
I'd say he'd be absolutely delighted with Catamountain, who, you know, is just a handicap winner coming into this. To train a third.